I don't remember my name. I don't remember who I was. I don't remember who I loved or hated. All I do remember is that I was born in Cyprus, and I went missing about 40 years ago. Cyprus is an island of eternal summer. Tourists love its sandy beaches, blue lagoons, and the people's welcoming smiles. Only paradise could be any better. But deep beneath the surface, the island also has a dark, hidden side.
You can come. As you can see here, right side, this one little bit soft, so here we are using ripper. We have tools we can show you. There is rippers to cut this one, and then we are taking new other machine, wheel loader, and taking inside the soil outside. Yes.
Do you want to let them in before we go down with the machine?
They can go, yes, we can go.
Yeah.
But
We need
helmet, I think
helmets.
it's better.
Yeah.
Ali, yeah.
In 1963, there was a resurgence of nationalist sentiment among the Greek population. That's when people simply began to disappear. Later, in 1974, Turkey took advantage of a Cypriot coup d'etat, invaded the island, and occupied the north. At that time, 2,001 people went missing. On November the 15th, 1983, a newly installed government in the north declared itself to be the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. No country in the world apart from Turkey recognizes the self-styled republic, and in turn, Turkey refuses to recognize Cyprus. Now the island is divided into two parts, Turkish and Greek. A buffer zone known as the Green Line cuts Nicosia, the Cypriot capital, in two. The residents of each side prefer not to cross into the other. Konstantinos is 25. His home is close to the Green Line. For his whole life, he's seen Greeks through one window and Turks in the other. He's a photographer, and one of his projects is about the Green Line. He's trying to discover just how divided his homeland really is.
We are in my house, in my kitchen, and we are exactly in Athienu village. As you can see, from my kitchen window, we can see clearly the buffer zone. We can see clearly the Turkish outpost in the hill. Every day when I wash my dishes, of course, I have the same image.
Konstantinos never refers to the northern part of the island as Cyprus. To him, it's no more than occupied territory.
The area is under control of United Nations soldiers, so we can't move forward.
What will be if we will go there?
It will pass now. Maybe UN, if we are be lucky, United Nations soldiers they will stop us. If it's not, the Turkish army and soldiers they will stop us also. So it's very dangerous to pass. No, we'll not try that. Okay. We can pass, but only for the special points in Nicosia and some other places in Cyprus. Okay, we have just arrived in old Nicosia airport. It's a base of United Nations. And also it's a lab of CMP, Committee of Missing Person, that making all process that they need. to find the DNA match with a relative of a missing person.
This laboratory belongs to the Committee on Missing Persons. It's the only place on the island where Greeks and Turks can always be found together.
All the other wounds of war, like women being raped, prisoners being tortured, people losing their limbs, refugees, displaced people, this can heal after conflict, but not when your father does not come home for dinner for 10, 20, 30, 50 years.
So it's like a line, that kind. These people is on the line exactly. It's the last houses of Nicosia city. You can see our soldiers there. And this is the line that we can control it. So nobody here can give us some information only of the record because nobody is a representative of police. We need to speak with police, so it takes us a lot of time. The area under Turkish occupation since 1974. If they have some place like this museum or information place, actually it's not exactly a museum. I think they called it area under Greek occupation.
Greek?
Greek Cypriot.
Greek Cypriot.
Yeah, maybe, but the most of the times they call Greek to have the opportunity to feel we're Turks. So that part of city is Greek, the other part is Turkey, but it's not something like that in the end of the day.
This room contains the remains of the missing, all providing evidence of mass murder. The committee can only work with witnesses anonymously, and finding remains means drawing a veil over past crimes that neither side is willing to admit. Each one of these bones is caught up in Euro-Turkish politics. To join the EU, Turkey must recognize all existing member states, so recognizing Cyprus is just one condition to be met before Turkey can be admitted.
We have some cases that we found archaeological remains with the bones sometimes, so we have to keep everything here. We have some identified cases. We are waiting the families to arrange the burial. So we keep everything here until the cases are closed and we release the remains to the families.
This Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus flag can be seen from almost the whole length of the Green Line. Tourists know little of the conflict and often think it's just the regular Cypriot flag. In 1974, this Turkish family lived in a village in the south of the island. One day, Greek people who had been their neighbors came and took all the men away. They wouldn't return for 4 decades.
Vallahi 40 yıldan sonra şimdi daha fazla hisseden ki yanındadır. Çünkü daha önce nerede yattığını bilmezdin. Fakat şimdi bunda bilin ki yanındadır. Her an istediğin an gidip göremezsin de bile bir buhur bir şeyini yapabilin.
This woman was just 2 months old when her father went missing.
Hani bizim için çok iyi oldu böyle. Geçmişte babamızın bir mezarı falan yoktu. Hep bizim için bayramlarda, babalar gününde, en önemlisi babalar gününde hiç yaşamadığımız duygular. Yani şu an istediğimiz zaman gelip burada ziyaret edip bir çiçeğini koyarız, bir buhurunu yakarız. Yani o özlemimizi, hasretimizi böyle olsun gidermeye çalışırız.
This abandoned Greek cemetery on the Turkish side symbolizes relations between North and South. This is now, not old archive from 1974.
We are in Nicosia city, and actually inside the wall, in Old City, you can see many signs in the streets that you can understand that something is happening here. I think now it's more clearly the wall of the city, inside the city. And there you can see some soldiers. Okay, we are here. And we are driving to go here.
Where is your village?
And our village where we're staying is here. So it's very close. You can't imagine where it is.
Searching for the missing is an attempt to show that the two sides are capable of working together. Each search party has equal numbers of Turkish and Greek members.
Before joining this job, I never came in contact with people from the north, let's say with Turkish Cypriots. And this is the first, it was the first, contact I had with Turkish Cypriots when I started this job.
Since 1974 it was...
Our film crew had arranged to take a Turkish family to the Greek side to visit their old house. Konstantinos refused to be involved because he's Greek. A little while later, the family came to the conclusion that the Turks would be presented in a bad light if the crew was to be accompanied by a Greek. So in the end, the planned trip never happened.
We have a better view, actually, of the buffer zone in called Nicosia. In my village is the road to go in Athienu village, behind of this hill there. So I think it's a good place to understand how the buffer zone cross around of the city. If the tourists are trying to go further, I think the United Nations they stop them, or if they not see them, Turkish army, of course, they will stop them and they will take them in the prison of, and give them to police.
You think in prison?
Excuse me?
Do you think that in prison?
Yeah, they will take them in the prison, of course, because you cross the border, actually.
Irina is a Greek Cypriot. At the time of the invasion, her whole family lived in the northern village of Cyprus. Irina agreed to cross the border to show us her old house.
Το λόφο ήταν το παιχνίδι των παιδικών μας χρόνων. Καθόμαστε να κάνει τα τσουλήθα μας τότε. Καθόμαστε πάνω και τελειώσαμε.
Καλημέρα, Όλιβερα. Εντάξει, σταμάτα. Εντάξει.
But we have a problem.
No, we have not a problem. From this point, you don't pass cars, so we will go in Agios Dometrios.
Okay.
Κωνσταντινό βγάζουν βέτα, και δεν τα πληγίνεται άμα του πέντε δαχτύλου.
Τα διάφορα σημεία που λαλούσαμε στην τηλεόραση είναι ότι καταστρέφεται.
Καταστρέψαν το περιβάλλον.
On the day of the invasion, Irini was 20 and recently engaged. She and her fiancé were building a house in the neighboring village. Her mother was visiting and unable to get away because of the Turkish army's sudden occupation.
Θυμούμαι τα όλα. Θυμούμαι τα πάντα, διότι ήμουν 20 χρονών. Στο χωριό μας θυμούμαι το κάθε δέντρο, το κάθε χωράφι που είχαμε, τη βρύση μας που έτρεχε μέσα στη μέση του χωριού, που φέρναμε νερό πριν να βάλουμε το ποτό μας. Θυμούμαι τα πάντα. Ήταν ένα χωριό με λίγους κατοίκους και είμαστε σαν μια οικογένεια. Είμαστε αγαπημένοι ο ένας με τον άλλο. Δεν είχαμε έχθρες όπως συμβαίνει στα μεγάλα χωριά.
Before the invasion, 300 people lived in Irini's village. 25 of them went missing, her mother among them.
Εδώ, σε αυτόν το χωράφι, έμενε μια θεία μου και δεν έχει τίποτε που το σπίτι της. Θα πιάσω τη τσένα μου να αφήσω μέσα πως την...
Αφήστε τη μέσα να πληρώσω τα πάντα.
Αυτό είναι το σπίτι μας, αυτή είναι η αυλή μας. Αυτά είναι τα δέντρα μας που... Είχαμε τη μαμά. Εδώ που την έβρικε η Επιτροπή αγνοωμένο. Εδώ. Θάψαν την εδώ.
Ποια ήταν η ημερομηνία που η Επιτροπή ήρθε να κάνει την έρευνα?
Ήταν το 2011. Μας την έδωσαν τα οστά, αλλά είχε βρεθεί από το 2007, από το 2007. Αλλά χρειάζεται μια διαδικασία να γίνει η ταυτοποίηση και να τα δώσουν τα οστά. Και ήταν τόσο θαμμένοι κάτω από τύχη. Ήταν τόσο ξέβαθα. Ξέρεις πόσες νύχτες και μέρες εν εσύχαζα, εν κοιμούμουν με την έννοια ότι την αποκεφαλίσα. Διότι δεν είχαμε κεφάλι.
Irina's mother's remains were sent to the laboratory, and DNA proved her true identity. Previous injuries, jewelry, and even clothing can also help to identify the victims.
Εδώ, Κωνσταντίνο, εφουρνίζαμε τα ψωμιά μας. Τα ψωμιά ζυμώναμε τα μόνοι μας.
Άρα
ο φούρνος είναι δικός μας.
Μάλιστα.
Ζυμώναμε και εφουρνίζαμε τα ψωμιά μας. Και καθούμαστε το καλοκαίρι δάμε στην αυλή μας. Σε βλέπαμε την απεχαντοσύνη. Ξέρεις πόσο μου λείπει, κοίτα. Ευκαιρνάμε μπα στην ταχάτσα και καθούμαστε και βλέπαμε Εδώ ήταν το σπίτι που κοιμάτουν ο παπάς μου και η μάμα. Εκεί κοιμούμαστε εμείς τα παιδιά.
Δεν άλλαξε καθόλου το σπίτι σας, είναι απλά ερημώνει σιγά.
Ερημώνει, ναι. Ήταν τα ζώα μας, τα πρόβατα, οι αγελάδες, οι κότες, είχαμε ζώα από όλα.
Now other people live in Irina's old house. She's like a ghost. Her visit reminds the new owners of who the house had once belonged to. So they simply pretend Irina doesn't exist. Photographs of all remains are stored on a shared database.
For example, now I have to photograph this body here for initial. And this is the initial one on white tables. We are shooting initial ones just in case to have them. Unfortunately, I am a bit poor photographer and I don't have lighting kit yet. But they are buying me, finally.
Εδώ ήταν η εκκλησία μας, που τώρα είχε έναν εικονοστάσι πολύ ωραίο, ψηλό. Δεν έχει τίποτα τώρα. Θα τον έτοιμη να πέσει. Όταν ήρθαμε για πρώτη φορά εδώ, είχε ζώα και σανούς μέσα και κόπαροι. Βλέπεις ότι τα μάρμαρα ευκάλαν τα. Δεν έχουν αφήσει τίποτε να μαρτυρά ότι ήταν εκκλησία.
Έμεινε μια Αγία Τράπεζα.
Δεν αφήσαν τίποτα.
Here in this viewing room, the living can finally meet the dead. Some want to see and touch the bones for closure, to accept the death of a close relative. Others won't go in. They prefer to hold on to the image of their loved ones as they remembered them so long ago. I don't remember my name. I don't remember who I was. I don't remember who I loved or who I hated. All I do remember is that I was born in Cyprus and went missing about 40 years ago. I also know with certainty there are hundreds more here, just like me.
Io destini